Hey, Shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai Bashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace and blessings to you fellow brothers pushing out this word of truth and sincerity, doing a walk and talk. And I want to do a kind of a land back or a response to the elder Yashawamba video. The video is called, it's on Remnant Save. Give me a second, I just had it. Yeah, Remnant Saved 144 lynching monument where we camped in Dallas, and I was watching it, and really the Most High is ironic, there was a lynching right there where the brothers hold camp, and I perceive through the spirit, a lot of these areas that we're in, they have a historical significant value to them in the spirit. A lot of times the spirit have us prophesy right in front of banks, which, the ones who are doing all this wickedness are the elite bankers, man. So the Most High is pretty much, he's setting us up right, against the opposition, and these significant places, as example out there in Dallas, where that lynching took place. And I put a comment on the page. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Is this scripture, as well as a couple other scriptures. It's going to be quick. It's not going to be long. Just something in the spirit I was just kind of meditating upon. Even out here in San Francisco, we prophesy right there on the corner where the Gap is at. And we know the Gap, that's where, the scriptures talk about, that you have not gone into the gaps, meaning, out in the highways and the hedges. So, there's a lot of significant value to, which we don't fully know. It's all going to be revealed at the end. In the different places that we prophesy at, it could be, places where it was lynch mobs, mass graves of Israelites dying, So, and this is shameful spewing on Esau, Edom, because if people come up to out there in Dallas, all they gotta do is point to that monument. What about that? And it pretty much make the scriptures even more true. They don't have anything to say. Habakkuk 2:16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory." Okay, this is Esau, Edom. That's a shameful thing. Okay, because the way that you Edomites got America, the reason why you have all these riches is because you committed crimes. Okay, and you pride yourself in being, a righteous nation. But your history tells something otherwise. Your history speaks against you. Okay? Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also. Okay, that's the cup of slavery. You will drink that cup. Okay? And let thy foreskin be uncovered. So pretty much in these last days, everything is being uncovered. Okay? Just like that that monument, where after 111 years they finally gave homage to the Israelite man, so-called black man that got lynched. There's so many cases like that. That's just one of millions, okay, which proves that you Edomites you're not righteous, and nobody has paid for that, right? You still in the Middle East bombing people. The small hats are still getting, they're still getting money, and people are still going to jail. A 95 years old convicted, Nazi, so to speak, because of the thing that happened in the so-called Holocaust. So you don't let that go. Okay, furthermore, you're still taking vengeance against us from the beginning. Okay, since Jacob and Esau, you're still taking vengeance against us. Okay, going all the way back to Cain and Abel. There's always been that enmity. Okay, the serpent and the children of God. Okay, so there's always been that fight. But now we're in the last days, and you have made yourself, you have propped yourself up to being this righteous nation, and now all your history is coming out, and you're bringing out a lot of this history. Okay. It says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Because America's supposed to be, your glory. America's supposed to be, your child, this great kingdom. But really, when you turn on the light, it's filth everywhere. Okay, everywhere you look, it's filth. Okay, from the way that you set up these colleges, there's so much wickedness that goes on in the setting up these colleges. Okay, the employment. You didn't allow Jake to go into certain fields. Okay, you would pay Jake, slave wages. Furthermore, you actually had the Israelites in slavery. Okay, you massacred the Native Americans. Okay, you used to burn down all the fruit trees. When you came over, you would burn down all the fruit trees. You would destroy all the crops, and you would kill all the animals. So you're the devil, okay? And this history is still there, okay? And we're proclaiming it. You didn't think it was going to come out. You thought that you were going to be a lady forever, okay? Let me read that again. Well, I'll read verse 17 actually. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts which made them afraid, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So you're being reproached now because of the crimes of your father, and you're upset about that. You're mad about that. You're telling us we need to stop complaining. We need to get over it. That's what you're telling us. Meanwhile, you're still, give me a second. Meanwhile, you're still, destroying us, but you're doing it more covertly. But see, everything is coming out. Okay. It's really right in your face. Now you have simple of our people that are just simple. Okay. They're simple. You can fool them. You can fool the simple. But see, the Lord, he has raised up men on the planet Earth that you can't fool. And we can see right through all your BS. Okay. We can see right through all your witchcraft. Okay. And really, we're not speaking to the average everyday Edomite. They don't know what the hell is going on. They know deep down that there's something wicked. They know deep down that, they know the history, but they're the devil. Okay, they're not going to confess and own up to it. Okay, the Lord is going to do this by force. Okay, the Lord is going to do this by the hand of his people. Okay, first and foremost, by his son Yahushua. Yahushua is coming back, our Lord, to destroy you Edomites, destroy this place. Let me go to Obadiah. No, this is not going to be long. You really can read that whole chapter, but let me read verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? That's an exclamation mark after that. Okay, so this is really yelled. Okay, this is really with your voice being exalted. Okay. How are his hidden things sought up? Again, exclamation mark. How are these things sought up? A Negro, all you had to do was hide things in books, right? But see, your own people is bringing this, and it's so vast. There's so much you've done, really to all nations, but particularly to the Israelites. There's so much that you've done that you can't even hide. You can't even hide it. Okay, and you're still blatantly racist. Look at the wealth gap. Okay, look at the wealth gap. Why is the wealth gap so large? Well, because you set it up that way. This whole system of white supremacy, that's what they call it, right? Edomite supremacy is built to have Edomites win and so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans lose. And then you constantly, send nothing but craft and enchantments at our people to keep them in that low state. But see, the Lord, he put the spirit back on us, okay, in these last days. So none of that witchcraft is working upon us. Okay, all the demonic things you do to the food. Okay, then you jabbing people up. That's an agenda in itself. So you're doing everything to hide the fact that you're the devil. But you're not able to hide the fact that you're the devil, because the Most High is revealing you from heaven. Okay, it goes into that in Job, the 20th chapter. But let me jump down to verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, see? And the main nation or nations, it's really one nation, the nation of Israel, Yasha'Allah, the main nation that you have came against. Okay, and it's all in your history books. It's so vast, you can't hide it. It's so vast that you actually have to speak about it. And it's shameful for you to speak about it. You want that to go away. You want that to go away. But it's not going away. It's constantly being brought up. It's constantly being brought up in your face. Just like you're accusing the Israelites, you plastered Jake, with these petty crimes, robbing and doing all, domestic violence and murder, drive-bys. You plaster Jake. You make sure you keep, you got their photo right there on a news outlet. You make sure it's up the whole time. You create movies to glorify, bad behavior when it comes to the Israelites. So you're trying to accuse the Israelites of being rapists, robbers, murderers, right? But see, this history of yours continues to be brought up. Okay, we're a witness against you. So much so, we're literally still in your hand. Okay, we're literally still in your hand. The land that you have is not yours. You stole it. And that's documented history. So as you try to accuse us, we're actually accusing you, but we're doing it in righteousness, which you have done. The things that you've done are actually true. We're not lying. Okay, we're not lying. All we're doing is bringing up your history. For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So this is a very shameful. This is a very shameful thing for Esau Edom to hear. He gets mad. He gets mad when we bring it up. He gets mad when we bring up his history. Right? If we bring up anything that he has done against us, we need to stop. We need to stop complaining. We need to just get over it. We need to go get a job. Getting a job, that's slavery. Okay? And there was times where you wouldn't allow us to buy land. Something called redlining. Okay, there's certain areas that you Negroes, Hispanic, Native Americans, you can't buy land in. Okay, or they'll jack up the price, right? And there's been many occasions, even when a so-called Negro family, they'll try to sell their house, and the appraiser will appraise their house by like $100,000 less, just because they're dark skinned. I mean, Esau, let me read that again. Because for all the things that you've done, you're going to be cut off. Okay, you're going to be thrown into slavery. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Let me bring out one more scripture, because that's the end game. Okay, is you being cut off. Going back to that lynching, that's shameful spewing. That justifies the things that we're saving even more. Okay, that justifies the things that we are saving that much more. Isaiah 14. And I'm going to start at 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, not Edom, and will set them in their own land. We're going to go back to our own land. Even though you have Negroes that are talking about motherland is Africa, they don't know what the hell is going on. See, the thing what's dangerous is a so-called black man Native American that know the truth. That's a dangerous thing. Esau loves, our people that are completely just ignorant and dumb. They don't care about anything. He loves that. He's okay with that. He'll set them up. Look at all these rapper entertainers of our people. They're like the lowest. They're like the lowest. They're stupid. They're dumb. But they're made to be and look successful amongst our community, right? And they're nothing but bad influences. And the stranger shall be joined with them. Those are Israelite foreigners, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2, and the people shall take them. Okay, the people are the Israelites with the foreigners, okay, coming back to being one nation, and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And Vocab Malone and these apologists and these so-called Christians, they don't want us to bring these scriptures out. They make sure that they skip past these scriptures. And these scriptures are not taught in so-called church, which is nothing other than Renaissance Christianity. Okay? It's slavery Christianity. Excuse me. That was the Christianity that was taught to the slaves. Okay? The scriptures like this were taken out. Because you Edomites, as well as you other nations that help Esau, you're going to go into captivity under us. Well, it's only fair, right? That's only fair. That's justice. You put us in captivity. Okay? It says, let me read that from the top again. And the people shall take them and bring them into their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So there will be slavery in the kingdom of heaven, in the land of the Lord. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And you can't get past that, Esau. You literally can't get past that. You had us in captivity. We're still in captivity under you right now, to this day. Even though we have jobs, even though we have passports, we can travel, okay? You still have us by these legal binding contracts, okay? We're not autonomous, okay? We're so-called citizens of America. We have a birth certificate, a number, a social security card, okay? If we want to leave the country, we have to get permission. If we want to jump into a car, we have to get permission. We have to go get registration. We have to get licensing. We have to follow by the different rules of the land, which proves that we're nothing other than slaves or tributaries under the new Roman Empire, Babylon the Great. Okay? So, I mean, that's plain. You can't argue that. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were. So we were your captives. We're still in your hand as captives. And they shall rule over their oppressors. And you're oppressing us to this day. I don't care what a Negro got to say. Oh, I'm not oppressed. I'm free. Okay, he's done. Okay, a so-called black man Native American saying they're free. Okay, in 2021 going to 2022, they are done. Okay, the Most High is not dealing with every Israelite. Okay, there's more Israelites that the Most High is going to destroy than there are Israelites that he's going to deliver. Okay, because our people are gone. They're some of the worst people out there. Okay, right under their father Esau. Okay, and they're so done, so lost that they can't even recognize that their behavior is demonic and evil. They're waxing words, but that's another video. Okay, we always go into that. We're on your ass, Esau. So you're not going to get past this. This is a shameful spewing on your glory. America is supposed to be this glorious place, well, the land of the free. Esau gets to enjoy everything, but you're not able to do that because your history is continually being brought up in your face, and you don't like that. Okay, so that's pretty much it on that. I just wanted to kind of touch on that. Okay, shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. All right, and more history is going to come out. Nothing hid. I forget exactly how the scriptures say, but there's nothing hid that shall not be revealed. Okay, so in these last days, everything's going to be brought out. And Esau Edom, he's going to be squirming around. He's going to try to shut the internet off. He's going to try to control the narrative, but you're not able to control this. Okay, your lies are not going to be able to stand up to the truth. So until then, shalom to the elect.